I'm Juliet. This is my first YouTube video. I really don't look so good today, but this is when I decided to make my first video. I know a lot of people struggle with self-harm, and so I just kind of decided that I would do my self-harm story. It all kind of started in 4th grade. I kind of decided to go with the more, like, gothic style. And I met this girl, and she was a self-harmer, and I was pretty young at the time, so I thought, oh, hey, this girl, she's a lot older than me, she's doing it, this must be, like, the cool thing to do. So I thought if I did it, you know, maybe the older kids would like me. So I started doing it, and eventually the word got around that me and this girl were doing that, and the people went to the manager of the apartment complex that I was living in, and then the manager went to my mom and said, you know, your daughter's hurting herself, and so I stopped for a while. And then for the rest of the summer, I really didn't do anything. And then when school started back up, I started doing it again. And at this time, it was, like, really for no reason, like, absolutely no reason. And I'd just be like, oh, hey, look, I'm emo. See, I cut myself. And eventually it got around to the principal, and they told my mom again. And each time, you know, I denied it, and I said, Mom, I wouldn't do that, you know, and all this crap. And so I started middle school the next year, and wasn't really accepted because I lived in, like, a town where it was, like, full of, like, country people with, like, the cowboy boots and stuff. Like, no offense to anyone that's like that, but, you know, I'm not like that. Everyone else was, so I was different, so I really got rejected for that, and I had no friends, and people were constantly making fun of me, and, like, I was never one of those people that, like, really cut myself, like, deep. I just, like, kind of, like, just almost, like, kind of like a scratch, but enough to bleed, and I kept doing it, but I guess I figured that me causing myself pain was better than letting the other people that were bullying me or making fun of me cause me pain. So that went on for that entire year. And then my 7th grade year, I met this girl, like an amazing girl. She's, like, super amazing, my best friend in the entire world. She's just like me. She was the only other, like, goth person. And so I started talking to her, and we became really close friends. We started a band, and she's tried to self-harm, and she's tried to kill herself, but, you know, it's not really her. She just can't pull herself to it, and all throughout our friendship, you know, I kept hurting myself, and she, like, knew, but she always said that she loved me for me, and she wasn't going to try to change me. And then I moved, like, 4.5 hours away from her, and then I got pretty sick and had some health issues, and the entire time she stayed there right by me, and I was still self-harmed. And then I got enrolled into my new school once everything got better, and I started talking to a girl that was sort of like me. Her name is Kaylee. It's not the other girl, Dannie. And Dannie got really upset with me because she felt like I was trying to replace her. And so we stopped talking for a while, and my self-harming got really bad. And I got to the point where I was, you know, considering suicide and everything. And it just got really bad. And then I found out that Kaylee self-harmed. And I sat down one day, and I said to myself, your friends are doing it. They need a positive influence. You can be that positive influence. And so I really thought about it. Sorry, my kitten. And I decided that it was better for me to view myself as what I really am, as an individual and someone that is doing what's right. And so I tried to stop. It didn't really work out too well at first, but now I'm, like, 6 months clean, and I have an amazing boyfriend now. Me and Dannie are talking again. I helped Kaylee quit cutting herself. I helped a few other people, and I just really try to stay positive. Like, if you're one of those people that are in the place that I was, or you feel like no one loves you, you know, you're not alone. there's other people that feel the exact same way. And it may seem like there's nothing for you in the future, and I know everyone says it gets better, it gets better. I'll be honest, it doesn't get better unless you want it to. You have to really try. You have to look at yourself and say, yes, I have flaws, but my flaws are just as good as my perfections. You have to learn to love yourself before anyone else can love you. That's all I really have to say for this video. So, like and follow, I guess. I will put a link in the description to Danny's YouTube, and maybe to Kaylee's if she has one. I don't know if she does. So, yeah, that's all. Bye.